Beyond the Horizon, Episode 5. Would you survive in a space city? It's happening. Humanity is leaving Earth. Moon bases, Mars colonies, orbiting megacities. But here's the real question. Would you survive in space? Because out there, space doesn't care. It's brutal. It's deadly. It's the ultimate test of human endurance. This isn't science fiction. This is our future. And only the strongest will make it. The first space cities won't be luxury resorts. They'll be harsh, dangerous, and unforgiving. No air, no gravity, no way to call 911. The moment you step into space, you're in a constant fight to stay alive. You thought moving to a new city was stressful? Try moving to a place where one cracked window means instant death. Welcome to the future. Out here, 100 million miles away from the familiar comforts of Earth, survival isn't a given, it's an achievement. Every breath you take, every drop of water you consume, it all has to be fought for, manufactured, recycled. There's no room for error in the cold vacuum of space. One mistake, one oversight, and it's not just your life on the line, it could be the entire colonies. Think about the everyday things we take for granted. A gentle breeze on your face, the feeling of sun warming your skin, the taste of fresh food, the sound of rain. None of that exists in space. Out here, it's a constant battle against the void, against the unrelenting hostility of a place where humans were never meant to be. But humanity has a funny way of defying expectations, of pushing the boundaries of what's possible. We've conquered mountains, explored the deepest oceans, and now we're setting our sights on the stars. But are we truly prepared for the challenges that await us? Are you? And NASA says we'll have a permanent moon base by 2030. But let's be real, this won't be some cozy space hotel. You'll live in a cramped metal pod, eating freeze-dried mystery meals while radiation silently destroys your DNA. Sounds fun, right? Imagine waking up every morning not to the sound of birdsong or the smell of coffee, but to the hiss of life support systems and the stale, recycled air of 100 other souls crammed into a space barely bigger than a football field. This is your life now. No more walks in the park, no more feeling the rain on your skin, no more sunsets over the ocean. Just the cold, hard reality of survival on a rock hurtling through space. Oh, and did we mention? The moon's dust is sharper than broken glass. It'll cut through your suit like butter. One tiny tear, one microscopic breach, and the vacuum of space will do the rest. It's a constant threat, this dust, clinging to everything, working its way into the machinery, into your lungs. It's a reminder that even the most seemingly insignificant things can kill you out here. So, you think you're tough enough for life on the moon? Think you can handle the isolation, confinement, the ever-present danger? Think again. The moon doesn't care about your bravery, your intelligence, or your dreams. It's a harsh mistress, unforgiving and relentless. Are you sure you're ready to pay the price of being a pioneer? Chapter 3. The Mars Colony. Red planet, red flags. Mars looks cool in the movies, but in reality it's hell. The atmosphere is toxic. The ground is covered in radioactive dust. And oh yeah, it's cold enough to freeze your eyeballs solid. Welcome to your new home. Forget the romantic images of terraforming and Martian sunsets. The reality of Mars is far more brutal. It's a desolate wasteland, a graveyard of failed missions and shattered dreams. The air is thin and unbreathable. The soil poisoned with chemicals that would make Chernobyl look like a picnic spot. Imagine stepping out of your landing module, your boots crunching on the red dust. You look up at the sky, a pale washed-out blue, and you realize the terrifying truth. You are utterly alone, millions of miles from home, with no way back, no hope of rescue. This is it. This is your life now. Oh, and the trip to Mars? It's 9 months long, with no way back. Hope you packed a lunch. 9 months crammed into a tin can, hurtling through the void at unimaginable speeds. 9 months of recycled air, tasteless food, and the constant hum of machinery reminding you that your life depends on its continued function. 9 months to contemplate the enormity of what you've left behind and the uncertainty of what lies ahead. And when you finally arrive, after enduring the physical and mental torture of that journey, what awaits you? A barren wasteland, a hostile environment that wants nothing more than to kill you. But hey, at least there's no traffic, right? Chapter 4. Space Madness, the real killer. Your own mind. Space isn't just physically brutal, it's a psychological nightmare. Imagine spending years inside a tiny metal tube. No fresh air, no trees, no escape, just the same 10 people forever. The human mind wasn't designed for this kind of isolation, for the sensory deprivation, the lack of natural rhythms. It's enough to drive anyone mad. Imagine the walls closing in, the endless silence broken only by the whirring of machines, the sound of your own breathing. Imagine the faces of your crewmates, the same faces day after day, week after week, year after year. Imagine the memories of Earth, of everything you've left behind, fading like distant stars. Symptoms of space madness, yes, it's real. Extreme loneliness leading to depression. Paranoia, who's stealing my oxygen? Delusions convinced you're back on Earth when you're not. The mind can play cruel tricks when it's pushed to its limits. Hallucinations, delusions, paranoia. These are just some of the symptoms that plague astronauts on long-duration missions. NASA is already testing AI friends, virtual nature, and holographic therapists to stop space crews from going insane. But let's be honest, some people just won't make it. You can try to prepare for the physical challenges of space, but how do you prepare for a breakdown of the mind? How do you fight an enemy that exists within your own skull? The truth is, we don't know. We're venturing into uncharted territory, both physically and psychologically, and the greatest danger we face out there might not be the vacuum of space, or the radiation, or the hostile alien life forms we haven't even encountered yet. The greatest danger might be ourselves. Chapter 5. The billion-dollar question. Would you move to space? Fast forward 100 years. Space colonies have evolved. There are entire floating cities in orbit, self-sustaining Mars megacities, even asteroid mining towns. But here's the real question. Would you live in one? Imagine a world without pollution, without war, without poverty. Imagine a world where the boundaries of human ingenuity are constantly being pushed, where the impossible becomes possible. Imagine waking up every morning to a view of the Earth, a fragile blue marble hanging in the blackness of space. Imagine the feeling of weightlessness, of being able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. Imagine the thrill of exploring new worlds, of discovering new life forms, of being a part of something truly extraordinary. Why it might be worth it. Endless resources, no pollution, unlimited solar power, living in low gravity, superhuman athletic skills, being part of history, the first true space civilization. The possibilities are endless. We could mine asteroids for their resources, build space elevators to transport people and goods between Earth and orbit, even construct massive solar arrays to power our entire planet. But it comes at a cost of isolation, of hardship, of facing dangers unlike anything we've ever known. It's a cost that only a select few will be willing to pay. So, I ask you again, would you move to space? Would you leave behind the familiar comforts of Earth, the warmth of the sun on your skin, the feeling of grass beneath your feet, for the cold, harsh realities of life beyond our atmosphere? Would you risk it all for a chance to be a part of something bigger than yourself, to push the boundaries of human exploration and leave your mark on the cosmos? The choice is yours, but choose wisely. The future of humanity may depend on it. Next episode, Space Megaprojects, Sci-Fi or Reality. The future isn't light years away, it's being built right now. But the real question isn't if we'll live in space, it's how far we'll go. And in the next episode, we go even bigger. The most insane space megaprojects ever. Dyson spheres, space elevators, planet-sized superstructures. Are they possible? Buckle up. Episode 6 is coming. Like and subscribe if you'd survive in space.